Hi everybody. Oh wait, I forgot to turn on the iPhone again. There we go. Much better. Simply put, I forgot to unlock this thing again. Good. It's actually working really well. I just had to update a lot of stuff as per usual. Anyway, today's game is going to be Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Welcome to episode 3 of Fresh Start. Oh, God damn it. And we have another one. We have another. System message. Usagi, if you're the person who just joined my Discord server and it feels AI generated that beautiful picture. So I am going to go ahead and remove that role. Let me just check my account. Punch in to the game. Also, I should probably do the Moogle Corp intro as well. When I get into game, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play it now. There we go. Game is up. Game is starting up now. So that'll be ready in about a minute or two at most. It all depends on how long it'll take to load it up. Oh, I was already ready. But the server is currently congested, as per usual. Here we are. We're back in the game, and we're doing job quest. Mooncat? Probably, but I'm not sure. Lucian. Guildmaster Lucian is having a heated discussion with Silver. Perhaps you should intervene. Thank the gods you came, Shian. Perhaps you can talk some sense into this stubborn fool. Calm yourself, Silver. Let us petition the Order of the Twin Adder for... There is no time, Lucian. Power will be long gone before their forces are even assembled. Alone, I can move more swiftly, take these poachers by surprise, and force them to divulge her location. We understand how you feel, Silver, but this is too reckless. At least permit Shion and me to accompany you. You, the adventurer and the savage? You do not. You cannot understand. Oh, this feels like racism. So there. But I do understand. I know what it means to take pride in your home. To want more than anything to protect it. And to be consumed by guilt when you cannot. I see what you're going through, Sylvain, and I understand. Skill taught me to open my eyes and see clearly. I beg you, Sylvain, open yours. You have friends here, ready to fight. You have us. I have never considered you my friends. Do not follow me. Prick. Well, his lying certainly hasn't improved. If he honestly thinks he's doing us a favor by forbidding us from getting involved, he's an even bigger fool than I imagined. Come, she into the South Shroud. Here we go. More. Give me Archer. Give me Archer. Yes. Ba-bum. Coupon nuts. Where is Silver? Oh, he's up at... He is up by Quarry Mill. What? I think I can sneak through there. I can use Hawthorne Hut as a fast travel point. There is a way to go from from east to south. And it's through there. Right, through tunnel. South Shroud into Quarry Mill. Antelope, stags, antelope, stags, antelope, 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 stags. One moment, Lee. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly attune to this aephorite. And talk to the Chocobo Keep so I can fast travel. Or at least medium speed travel. Never mind, this place doesn't have the... I cannot jump through there. Recommended gear. I don't have my glamour plate set up yet because not all my pieces are as of yet glamourable. Oh, so hey, he got himself injured. Oh, this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. So there. Hey, June, I told you not to follow me. I neither need nor want. Don't take me for a fool. You cannot conceal the truth from this archer's eye. She and the others are almost upon us. We must make her stand here and protect Sylvain. Down you go. More boys behind. The target is the squishy. Down you go. More? What? Not more? Hmm. Tend overlooking not the smallest detail. Discern your subjects' unique. Must recognize patterns in their behavior. I learned these things from Lucienne, and from you. And I'll be damned if I'm going to want you to get yourself killed. There's still so much I don't know about Gridania and wildwood archery. So much that I need you to teach me. I suppose fixing your form is the least I can do. Why, you... Paul's gang is already on the move. We have but one chance to catch them. Poachers throughout the Twelves would use bone whistles like this one to communicate. With it, I believe we can lure Pawa out of hiding, assuming she has not moved on. Oh, I get to whistle. Pawa was last seen near Isamhar. To the east of the camp, through a hollow tree trunk, is a clearing where two streams meet, and efts are wont to congregate. We will lay our trap there, and you will be the bait. Do not fear, Shion. I swear on my honor as a Gridanian archer that no harm will come to you. Aye, Doc. Chocobo, keep Chocobo, 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 Chocobo. Chocobo! Yes, I'll take a quick Chocobo ride to Buscarans. Quick, about a minute. To whom the toll goes. The antelope, that's the one that is based on. Bark efts. Here we go, another solo duty. Well met. Well met. Bollocks, I knew I should have trusted my gut. Some blokes just can't take a hint. I do hope you will forgive my forwardness, madam. No, sir, 'tis most flattering. Wouldn't you agree, sisters? Why don't we show our gallant wildwood admirer and his mates just how much we appreciate their attentions? I feel like it rough, darling. Bring it! power and I have unfinished business. Wide volley! Nope. We're stacking the venom. Three different kinds of venom. Power Mujuk. No. Nay. Is it just me, or is it getting a bit chilly out? Or folks, I'll keep you warm and toasty. I know how to carry your arrows. Down you go, Power Mujuk. Down you go, Power Mujuk. Get back here. And I thought you only had eyes for me. Splosh. Splosh. I can't. I won't. Did you learn nothing from my lesson? Your style is far removed from proper wildwood technique. Still, you acquitted yourself well enough, I suppose. I'll see to Power. Should you try to escape, you will find me far less sympathetic than the last time. A perfect shot! Luciane must hear about this! Sometimes bards. Bards. Huh. They beat me here. This Power Mujik would still be free, and one or more of you would surely be dead. I'm so proud of you, Xian. Not only have you mastered our teachings, but you've also helped our guildmates regain the perspective that they had lost. For showing such compassion to your peers, I wish to teach you a new technique. Wind Bite. With Wind Bite, you can bring the power of the very air around you to bear against your opponents. They will suffer on long after you've knocked your next arrow. It will serve you well in battle, I am certain. All archers walk the same path, Xiun. Towards improvement in discovery. I'll have the Eorzean characters basically butcher his name 95% of the time. Xiun. Improvement and discovery. As long as you have the vision to see the path ahead, you will continue to mature and excel. Yet all grow weary and lose direction in time. When this befalls you, I have no doubt that you will find your way back to us. Trust in your eyes, Xiun. They'll never lead you. It's Xiun. Wind Bite. Oh, it's a dot. It's a dot. Action learned. Wind Bite. Oh, I need to complete a certain point in the MSQ for it to actually allow me to go into jobs. But there is also a special event going on, and I've been meaning to get. Actually, no, I'll do that off. I'll do that on my main and then do it. Nah, I'm gonna do it twice. Skip the cutscenes first, but because this is the first time I'm partaking in this, so I'm. What? There's quest. An ill-conceived venture. Quest. The Royal Seneschal. What I can do for you. Improper praise, cheer lights. I'll do the quests on both streams, so yeah. Well met, adventurer. Welcome to our little Ladies' Day festivities. Allow me to introduce myself. I am known as the Royal Seneschal. It is my duty, and the duty of all who take on the Royal Seneschal this season, to help grant the manifold wishes of ladies across the realm, and that they might be pampered as princesses for a day. Such is the Ladies' Day tradition. Have you partaken in this year's concerts yet, my friend? The songbirds and the Seneschal Prince are, as ever, our shining stars on stage. And they have been practicing, oh, so diligently for this event. My, how marvelous. Forgive my raucous rambling. I am Dural Faral, renowned reporter for the Mithril Eye. I mean to gather information on these prominent performers and pen a piece for our next publication. I could scarcely ask for a more perfect opportunity for promotion. Where the Mithril Eye goes, fame and prestige are bound to follow. Songbirds and the Seneschal Prince will be thrilled to hear of this. 1,000 thanks. Then without any further fanfare, I shall solicit the citizens of the city-state for their feedback. Though, now I think on it, my tendency to focus on the financials might poison the piece's perspective, so to speak. An objective observer would be ideal. Like, say, a passing adventurer? Ah, yes! Your impartial input would be naught but a benefit. Permit me to brief you on our performers, then. The knowledge will doubtless prove a useful reference for your upcoming report. I shall begin with the Songbirds. The pride and joy of Little Ladies' Day. Our talented trio consists of Ulala, dressed in crimson, then we have Narumi, clad in yellow, and of course, Masha Makaraka, donning blue. Oh, Narumi. They have come far from their humble beginnings, and their tireless efforts have recently borne fruit. Of late, their concerts have taken the realm by storm, winning countless new fans across Eorzea. It would be remiss not to mention Pico, our dashing seneschal prince in violet. He's the newest addition to our lineup. And a rising star in his own right, he stole many a heart last Little Ladies' Day. They inspire one another, as well as their crowds in equal measure. I feel like this cutscene's dialogue changes if you took part in last year's. In equal measure. Their musical prowess is a fresh spring breeze, breathing new life into the celebration as we know it. This year, we shall be outfitting concert attendees with a unique line of themed apparel and illuminations for the occasion, complete with matching colors for each member of our merry band. So you appeal to all audiences, allowing spectators to support their favorite singer. A sound strategy. Meanwhile, your prize performance pinpoint their most passionate fans in the process, making for a more memorable experience. With that, I believe I have enough to embark on our excursion. When you are set to search the city for some tried and true testimonials, simply say the word. Seasonal event quest. Seasonal event quest accepted! It's too loud here. Let the collaboration commence! To begin, we shall search away from the stage as to not startle any spectators. Perhaps we might pursue possible leads near the perimeter of the Gate of Nald. We shall but seek out and speak to those in songbird and seneschal shirts, shall we? Certain duties required at one or more. Yes, I know this. Escorts. An escort mission. A devoted Marsha fan. Excuse me. You're interviewing folks for a piece on the songbirds and the seneschal prince? Oh, I'd love to participate. I'm a Marsha fan through and through. She has the most amazing voice. And something about the very way she dances that really speaks to me. You can tell she puts pride into every facet of her performances, and never fails to take my breath away. In fact, her dedication inspires me to be more mindful in my day-to-day living. Even with something as simple as descending the stairs. I'll often find myself thinking, I must be careful, Marsha needs me. Speaking of dedication, I hear Marsha's come up with one of the limited-time dishes being served at the quicksand. We ought to sample it for ourselves. So Marsha's perseverance provides a peculiar sense of purpose past performances, extending into the everyday. Fascinating, all of it. Excuse me. You have a moment. Keen to learn about our favorite songbird, you say? Well, we are here are the Ulala faithful. Gods, where do I even begin? Her presence on stage is second to none, and her warm smile can melt even the coldest hearts. She may be small, but the power in her voice more than makes up for it. And that's to say nothing of her passion when her fans in the music. It's why she dons such fiery red hues. I speak for all of us when I say we'd do most anything for her if she asked for that winsome little smile of hers. So your small yet esteemed singer, stunning stage plot stirs your sentiments, you say? Duly noted. I suppose I could sympathize. Mr. Farrell. Are you a man for wordplay? Well, with that, I assume we've accounted for all the aficionados in the area. However, if that Masha fan tells it true, those seasonal songbird snacks are bound to bring multitudes to Mistress Momodi's establishment. Come, let us continue our queries at the quicksand. What specifically about these singing celebrities encourages fervent fans to fly to them? Duty demands I discover the truth. Let's see, oh, look, there's a guy. Actually, no, let's talk to this amiable Narumi fan. Ah, you're reporting for the Mithril Eye, are you? Well, as you've doubtless ascertained, I'm one of Narumi's fans. Though she may be the most demure of these the free songbirds, she harbors a quiet strength. An endless compassion that we cannot help but cherish. She approaches her art so delicately, so inquisitively. It feels as though she's speaking to all her fans as individuals, compels us to support her in her every endeavor, and she might always know happiness in the spotlight. So Narubi employs a subtle yet sincere approach, imagining such a saintly smile on stage. Why, I could certainly see the appeal. A river of sound tumbling over silver stones dazzles the listener, yet beneath the clever froth, the deep water remains still. Asking about the stars of Little Ladies' Day. Well, you've come to the right place. Most folk are head over heels for the songbirds, but I've only got eyes for Pico. His debut last Little Ladies' Day really won me over. A seneschal prince, he takes it upon himself to treat his fans like royalty. He's incredibly handsome, of course, but his honeyed words and that sweet little smirk are the highlights of his every show. Would that he could be my prince every day. Oh, and when you shine his violet illumination in the crowd, he does notice, even if you're in the very, very back row. Last Little Ladies' Day, he winked in my general direction, and well, even if he didn't actually wink at me, I'd like to believe it was so. The mere thought of Pico's past productions is enough to make most fans swoon. A true testament to his talent. And if the rumors are true, he strives to serve all his fans, be they lads or little ladies. Which means there is hope that I too can be a princess under his sovereign smile. As assumed, our performance possesses a fiery fan base. With this wealth of wisdom, I shall be prepared to write, and well prepared to write. One thing struck me as strange. While we were wondering, I espied an elegant young lady surveying the songbirds and seneschals stage from afar. I'm interested in interviewing her as well, if she is so inclined. Shall we sally forth and see what she says? Wait a moment. Oh, it's you! Greetings to you both. I don't believe we've met. I am Alicia Fawn. Is there aught to... Also I can assist you with? Such serendipity, a scion of the honored House Fawn! I'd heard that your house had contributed a substantial sum in support of these festivities. Come to celebrate and see the show, I gather. Indeed, on behalf of House Fawn and out of my own curiosity, I wish to behold the annual concert with my own eyes. 'Tis heartening to know the annual performances have blossomed into such a passionate showcase of song and dance. Would that I could join the audience and show my own support. Though you are hale enough to travel this day, I must advise against it, my lady. We cannot risk worsening your condition. Alas, it's as Rodolph says. I've not the strength to sway to the rhythm and jump about as I please. But from this vantage point, I can at least gaze upon the stage and the audience from afar. A rather enlightening experience, all told. Even from this distance, it's easy to tell how much performance means to all of them. How joyful they all are. I dare say their energy is contagious. Delight and devotion take many forms. If these crowds can find happiness by supporting their beloved singers, if we can garner their interest in this holiday, even for a fleeting moment, then I could ask for little else. A poignant point you make, my lady, as it is as you've ascertained. All who answered our inquiries delighted in describing their preferred performers, each selected to celebrate in their own way. There is no correct answer as to how to celebrate the season, for only together could they make Little Ladies' Day the fine festival it has become. Such is likely a significant source of its singers' success. I must thank you thoroughly for your thoughtful theories. It shall serve as a fine addition to my article. They are merely fleeting thoughts I had as I enjoyed the performances, but I am pleased they could be of use. I wish you both a delightful Little Ladies' Day. Oh, that's sweet. I'm just adjusting my panels. Mr. Farrell, I owe you one for your committed cooperation. Indeed, I've amassed all manner of ardent accounts from the fans. Some show support by cheering and cacophonous cries to the stage, while others watch wistfully from a ways off, or make merry by feasting on festive foods. As the performers' popularity proliferates, I too do prospective methods to please their fans. Merriment made for one's pastimes is a mysterious, marvelous matter. For our favorite fads, we often find ourselves opening our wallets without so much as a second thought. Even I am no stranger to that. But I digress. It's time we saw these songbirds in Seneschal Prince for ourselves to fully fathom what all the fuss is about, provided we have permission from the Royal Seneschal. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly copy this dialogue. Because I love the alliteration on it. I seriously just love the alliteration. Oh, that's blocked off. Okay. Speak with the Royal Seneschal. So busy. Welcome back. How fared the interviews? They went well, wonderfully well, in fact. As our last task, we wish to watch one of the performances, if we are welcome to do so. By all means! I would love nothing more than to read of your impressions when all is properly published. For a more objective observation, I'd like to separate the show from spectate the show from afar. Might I ask you to take to the crowds? Excellent! Enjoy the event, and we will reconvene once the stage is settled. There he goes. The handmaiden here will furnish you with a set of songbird-themed attire and portable illumination. Once you've obtained what you require, you need only wait for an opportune moment to join the crowd. During this event, the Fate live from Uldar will appear on the steps of Nold. In order to participate in the Fate, you must first speak with the Royal Handmaiden at the Ruby Road Exchange and prepare yourself to join the Songbirds and Celestial Prince's crowd of fans. The status effect granted to you by the Royal Handmaiden can be removed at any time by leaving the area or using the special action Curtain Call. Upon joining the Fate, you will be given 4 special actions. Each action uses a different colored set of illuminated rods to cheer for the Songbirds or the Celestial Prince. Bear in mind, each performer is especially receptive to fans who cheer using their signature color. Okay, that's going to be important. Color. Attend the performance. I'll take yellow. Cloves and illuminations. I do hope you enjoyed the performance. Shit. Curtain Call resets it. Ah, we have to wait for a Fate. Stage. Fate. Fate. Seasonal event Fate joined live from Uldar. Quite a large crowd, is it today? Isn't it, girls? Should make for quite a sight with all their blue lights, am I right? Blue lights? Yellow! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Piccolo's up next. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two targets. Two targets. It's just a mess. I hate that you actually lose targeting on your preferred idol during the broadcast. Back on Pico. Cheer rhythm vant. Back on Ulala. Straight up just covered. And now for Narumi. Nagumi. Everyone makes their own choice. Boom, boom, bum, ba-dum. Everyone just switches right back to their regular attire. You have my thanks for your participation, adventurer. Your fervor out in the crowds did not go unnoticed. My, what a marvelously masterful performance! Even from a distance I could not help but offer a round of ardent applause. The fans' passion burned with brilliance. That was all but blinding, matched only by the fiery fervor of the performers. Now I see now why so many are drawn to such shows. Now, it's time I inquired about your immersive involvement. How did it feel to savor the sights and sounds of such a spectacle? I reveled in but every singular moment. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for the thoughts. I shall account for your attendance in my article. With this, I should be able to pen the perfect piece. But I dare not delay. Little Lady's Day is only so long after all. I give you my gratitude, adventurer. You have earned your rightful reward. I must take my leave, but may the fates see fit to meet us again. May the fates see fit for us to meet again. I trip over his words. The alliteration is doing its job. Twas a pleasure to see you enjoying the show. Do not hesitate to join in again if you feel so inclined. We've plenty of performances scheduled. I offer you my gratitude for aiding the All for All, and wish you a wonderful Little Lady's Day. Emotes! Certificates of collaboration may be traded to the royal servant at the Ruby in exchange for gear and items. Ding! And I'm grabbing the emotes. What's this? Koshita. A certificate of collaboration. Remind me, where was the Ruby Road Exchange again? It should be here. This is the Ruby Road Exchange. Rodolph. Oh, maybe it's her. Yes. Another Neo Tunic. There we go. I'll hand over this. Know what? I'm grabbing all 4 of them. Actually, no, I'm also grabbing the song. So how many do you need in total? It's all about how many you need in total. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20 of them to get everything. I'll go ahead and grind that up. I'll grind that off stream. Now, on with the MSQ. To Camp Drybone, please. Up to Drybone. Emotes, I'll go ahead and grab. I'll just toss the cheer rhythms in here. And I'll swap these 2 around. Which means now I can... Oh. I overwrote the purple. Saint Adama Landama. Adama Landama. Oh, that must have been a Lalafell then. That must have been a Lalafell. The bizarre blood triangle. Do not resist. Mm-hmm. Bum 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 ba-dum. The uncombed urchin. Help! Help! Someone hold her on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about fall and the order on the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. What are the utmost that I heard her? Please find her. Looks like we'll need to actually help her. Alright, get up, Sister Wilson. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke of the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It's a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Okay, Isambard, I've got the thingy. Well, we can go. To Drybone, please. To Drybone, please. There we go. Oh, no, that's too rough. There we have it. It's not all that comfortable. It's not... Oh. There's someone there. Fill him up. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Cold Bazaar. Gods forfend. I'll secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being into doing, no less. Certainly not the deeds Thancred would have us believe. I'll take the Alagon bronze. Hold your wrong places. I am well glad that the inn room. I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attacks than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on the matter at hand, Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you will be able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Thancred. How was everyone's favorite cut purse? Welcome to Drybone. Tuco, 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 tuco. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Thancred. Ah, there you are, Shion. Shion. No, so good of you to come. Indeed, we heard all about good Sister Orson. Some reports said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let's just say I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Shion. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Coil leaflet. This guy's gonna be a problem when on the way out. Nope, I guess I'm leveled up high enough that they just straight up ignore me. But for good measure. I'm not supposed to be leveled up this high. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of Nod to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. Lettering, though. And these... atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nordfall seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Try take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Drybone I go. There we go. Now let's see what Sister Orson makes of this leaflet. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? This highly unusual leaflet. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. That I can assure you. To think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could it be someone posing as a priest of the Order to deceive people? Thancred, what do you make of this? Thancred, what do you make of this? The plot thickens. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. but I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Can't you just tell him yourself? Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is so gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Shun. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'll take the Alagon silver. And I'll need to sell them as well. The junk monger. The money. $500 gil. Dressed to deceive. Isambard wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. Afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Don't despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Shin and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope this will yield the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, and I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, as long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Shion. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Oh yeah, I forgot that I have a quest at Armory chest. Yes. The shoes are way too fucking obvious. The shoes are too obvious. And hide my equipment. Please, sir. Pray, I preach the teachings of Azima the Warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is the keeper of the sun and the goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Huh. Excuse me. Do you have work? Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't think there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Perhaps you should join your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Main hand offhand, head, body, hands, legs and feet. Wrists and ring. Repairs complete. up there. Aurildis, what is it? God, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? But this is Drybone. Oh, you mean over there? Please, sir. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone, and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Actually in there. Ow. I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? I'm sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. You've quite the knack for being a nuisance, Shun. Campus abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we weren't able to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn the poor of a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Some muddy pond this is. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Look absolutely smashing, Shun. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. There's no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child. For I mean you no harm. I'm a priest of the Order of Nod Fall, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nold. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. He seems familiar. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance. You would have made a god's awful mummer, August. What? You bastards tricked me! They don't hurt me, I was only doing it to protect my people! Is that so? Do continue. Oh, I'm a man at the Golden Bazaar. Raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, being a merchant is all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could, approach the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted a schedule for the crystal shipments from their Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your content. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Not you again! Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames' patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe all that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there will be time enough to learn the truth. Xian, be a good man and take word of these developments to Infilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. I guess it's time for our first ever Pray return to the waking sands. Monsieur Fournier. Enter the waking sands. Oh. And I must proceed to the solar. Welcome back, and I'm pleased. Yes. Life, materia, and everything. Minfilia would like you to meet a distinguished individual. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he's a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it's now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. Ad break in a minute. Over on Twitch. The knowledge of this method... Okay, yep, I already said that. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix, and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Fanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Wait, what if I system configuration? Can I do? Is there an option for graphics safe area? Is there an option for safe area? No. Yes, please. Can I get... Can the cursor be a little bigger? Luckily, I already know how to get to Blackbrush. Well... Whoop. Anyone in ants? Can go ahead and... Look, I'm running over there seeing if I can beat the timer. Think, think, think. And there we are. We're back from the ads. Here is Mutabix. Who is Uplander come to tendering of Mutamix bubbly pots? A friend with a request. Fighty Tool drinks in it. Fighty Tool drinks an airy self. And when full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine in the name of Materia. Materia join with other Fighty Tool. And Big Eyes, Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. It would be correct. Yes, Tongueflax breach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Shkaw! Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good Teachy show of power of Materia. The Materia Master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Shkaw! Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of Materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It's created by drawing out the inferior constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the whole most item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned the dagger he used in from summit will struggle to cut stake into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. An Uplander best filled brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix. Goblin gobbo speak. The gobbo speak is confusing me. I guess I return to the Waking Sands again. Nah, I'm gonna go to Horizon first. I'm not gonna waste my... I am not going to waste those Aphrodite tickets unless I need to. Oh god. Hey, there's it. Oh, hi. Pray return to the Waking Sands. Infilia. Welcome back. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved useful. What a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one might need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Sheehan, so make it your ally. Whoa. A mission. Lord of the Inferno. Infilia would like you to assist the Immortal Flames. Words arrived from Thancredon concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions. And so they mean to have Ungus attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I also just realized I have some stuff in the way from getting the iPhone to not wobble. Yep. Dutch Comic Con Winter 2025 wristband. I would have you provide Lieutenant Sheehan. Fankred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. May you walk in the light of the crystal. You may eat a lemon. If anything you mean to say. Let the Rogan carry it, they say. Bwah! You're that Shiun Casanui of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize them from the whereabouts of the abductees. The littered men aren't aware that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Shion. Let's make sure it does. I intentionally butcher it. Unless it's someone who could feasibly know the proper pronunciation. Which I don't. So I'm using my preferred pronunciation to make sure it's easy on my voice. Vandalous imp. And they just ignore me right now. Oh, it's a solo duty. Lord of the Inferno. Is the bait in place? Our man's in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Now. Go, go, go. Ah! What's the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Ah. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Ah, of course. All your friends will keep you company. Ah! How long will you last, I wonder? Under the wave, stay sharp, men. No end to them. The show's only just beginning. Now would be a good time, Thancred. Now would be a fantastic time, Thancred. Put up your weapon, or your comrades. It's a dead man. Behind you! Whoa. Bring him. Rest of you, march! Traitorous scum. Ooh, we might be in trouble. This claim they will soon bring us before we're freed for tempering. All of us are as good as dead. The littered men marched us straight into their stronghold. They're preparing for something. And I, for one, do not want to be around when they finish. They're gonna kill us, aren't they? God, I don't want to die. I don't want to go home. I want to go home. Private. Listen well. These waters feed into the marsh of Drybone. A short swim will see us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we are likely to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and assemble a rescue party. Once you've won free, seek out our comrades stationed at Drybone. He will show you the way back here. Ready to will speed your way. Sergeant. Fear the Emulger may have mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. Four players. With a party of NPCs. I'm going in with a party of NPCs. Gonna have to go in with a party of NPCs because I don't think any one of our FC is currently active in the in-game. Nope, that's supermarket, cross worlds. I'm going in. Here we go. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from all. Sorry. Oh, summoning, are we? God preserve us. Oh, mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your God. Dead. Please, you Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This isn't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. Pitiful children of man. Woe is my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith and all stood. Time to destroy. Mighty Ifrit. Oh no, they've been tempered. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? I may have no... My belief lies elsewhere. Your soul already belongs to her. Yes, that's the only explanation. Well, they got it in one. To the blessing of but one, and I smell not the taint of another upon thee. Ah, you want to fight? Down with you! Succumb to the inferno! Look at that damage already. Eruption again. You missed. Surrender thyself to the... Thy soul shall burn for eternity. Hellfire. Thou art strong, mortal. Oh, thanks for the raid, Owl Pickle. I'm currently fighting. I am currently facing off against Ifrit. Solo, because, well, I don't have a team going. I don't know anyone who's online right now from the FC. Radiant Plume. I've got the Raging Strikes. Hi, I'm Mecha 12, also known as Connor. We're currently playing Final Fantasy 14 new. With my fresh start playthrough. This is Shin Kasanui. The archer, soon to be bard. Who I've started with a few weeks ago. And I have this feeling I am behind on content with the rest of the FC. Oh, can I get the duty complete? I didn't see echo. I didn't see an echo, so... Oh yes, another skittle. Time for food. Yes, if you need to raid and run, that's fine. Fire has been unlocked. The fire in my heart burns brighter than ever before. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, I'd say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Shun. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir! Rock. So that was the mighty Efreet. But what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ul'Dan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the Motherland, given their troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. I promise you'll never change. Promise you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read. But I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we have achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Garleans. I'll see them later in the plot. Boom, bum, bum, ba-dum. Exit the duty. For it is cutscene time. No, wait, that dropped me right back out to the dry bone. There you are, Shun. Come, rest a while. You'll have no better opportunity after witnessing the god's ignominious defeat. The Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use. To you, or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Shun. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected you have potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands. When you are good and ready, we can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Do I hear that right? Do I hear that right? Pray return to the Waking Sands! I swear I need to make a graphic for that. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He's presently in the Solar giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join him at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Cutscene? Is it spoken? My late arrival nearly cost Shion his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yet, yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I am failing you all. Oh, he is in a sad sack time. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Shit, it's good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. Just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You've done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now I can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Salaminsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life, and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all's well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river Aver. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It's this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents can freely give. And in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. In Shadowbringers, you'll start to realize why. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flames assured me that I will deal with the aftermath. So you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Shion. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you'll have nary a moment to yourself. Thancred? Whether she intended to or no, I'm feeling neglected to tell you something. I think it would be best if you heard it from one of us. Concerned the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that they are all to be put to death, the flames of whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information has not been made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom we cannot choose but worship. And so do we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Shion. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Welp. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Oh. Do you now? Quest complete. A hero in the making. Oh no, here we go. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Neosia. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of Envoy. Thereafter you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalima that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally felt bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Shion. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons? Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I'm here on behalf of the Maelstrom, the Grand Company of Lim Salamensa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Shion, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. that they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how was that word of Xian's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flame should know that his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Oh. Your reputation precedes you, Master Kasanui. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend. Together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Kasanui. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. As a man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It's only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Lim Salamensa to the shores of glory. Lame Philia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you would need no reminding, may have a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Lim Salamensa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent, and should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I can see there is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the Free City-States are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let's hear our leader speak and return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. Tataru just sighs in... I know full well that adventurers are, by their nature, a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service. But I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Xiun, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is one to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a of a grand company, however, you will be one man amongst many. A friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining an organization need not mean leaving another. I hope we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I will have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Xion. You have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what tomorrow will bring. But so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it's time you made ready your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Taru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Taru. I need to leave the Waking Sands. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Xion. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue. Literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you'll... want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the free services. An elder senior Kane Senna will deliver her address at Miketa's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it is possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Raban Aldin will be addressing the masters at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored that there's going to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Lim Salomensa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwe Lufiswin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry Zanfil, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go. Then, I hope you'll find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though. For a record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. I am going to go with the order that happens to be what she said. So, it will occur in that order. Ethernet, go to Miketos. Except, right now we have the special stuff. Destination. Let's go to this first. Pretty sure it's a spoken cutscene as well.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Hmm?
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood.
Yep, it's a spoken cutscene, so I'm turning on auto
Fearful
advance.
of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed
There we
by
have
the light
the,
of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
There we have the twins.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer.
The VO is
The
different.
entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
I don't like his old voice.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelves Wood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Alize.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen.
Oh.
Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect
Woods
the
will
farms.
be done.
If you'll permit me, Alfino,
Alfino.
and my sister,
Alize, at your service.
I saw at a glance that you were you might call us students.
I'm gonna skip through Alfino's old dialogue because I don't like his old voice. Unquestionably the more troublesome. Being of a naturally warlike disposition, they are wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict the last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal in ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by a peace treaty. Yet one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. People are hopeful that restoring the wood and thereby the power of the elementals will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war. And when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need to all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Perhaps we will find out if the Elder Seedseer's words fell on fertile ground. And it's start time for the... And it's a start time for the ad break. Run off into the distance. 4,000. Bam. For non-earner privilege. Time to do math. Time to calculate. Pounds to the dead. I will go to Ul'dah next. Luckily, we are just out of ads. Bam, 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 bam. The Royal Promenade. Hosting strip, please. Ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-dam, ba-dam, bam, bam. Ilebaka.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well.
Okay.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom
Bosom of the desert, where fire burns the brightest.
and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
Oh, there's the twins again.
At the
Flame General's back,
lies
like the Grand Company's standard.
Note the sigil. The
Scales on front of bands the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might. Yeah.
The gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent
More in blood and gold than we.
Thus
It was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's
That's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
gates
Never to return.
Let us
Pray
pray for
our absent brothers and sisters
that they
might
might know
happiness in the great beyond, as Fall's honored guests.
If the fates were
Fair,
fair,
the
the
price we paid that day
would have
brought us victory.
Alas, they are not. And now, but
5 years into the 7th Umbral era, the sun of sacrifice which granted us strength is all but dead.
Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save?
Good question.
You who call
On
this
this living, this
dishonor the
solid.
name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice,
Yeah.
yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall.
Aye.
Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite.
The time to
In the name
reform.
of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Rauban? People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune.
Oh, that.
Stride
The
fearless
voices.
into the inferno, for we are by fire reborn.
Okay. And it's panning back up. Gonna mute because I have muted the voice channel because I feel like. Yep. Fancy meeting you again. Just... I hate Alphado's A Realm Reborn voice. Sam Riegel really just doesn't really strike me as a good fit for the character. The Eldons have a long history of conflict with the Amalja. The beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by the look of this, stains, I take it you have encountered them. The Eldons do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. That's how they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Guardians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Uldar has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless. Even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It's been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Though every time they do so, the Uldar send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonders then that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. And at such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Alize immediately Alize just knows when to get him. Just leaves first. He says, "No, I'm not dealing with this." Brother, I'm sick of your shit. I'm going. To Limsa. To the airship landing. Limsa Lominsa for 120 gil. And I'll skip this cutscene. Down to Bulwark Hall. Now, head to attend the remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral's due to give her address at any moment. Up to the stateroom I go then.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
There, shh, everybody.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Ah, there they are again. Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
Paneosia, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom.
Yes.
They have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. A small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Yeah. Alpha Noah, the voice of Sam Riegel.
5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest.
Oh.
Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Got it, the lads.
Cutlass!
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
I hate that voice. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsalamins is plagued by two beast tribes. First are the fish like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribes' presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominson's backyard. And that is to say naught of the internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there's no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I suspect they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Oh. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Gian, this is Mephilia. You are well, I hope? Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence! Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Pray return to the Waking Sands! Yup, 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 yup. So many Lalafels. At the waking sands. I need to make my decision, I guess.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep.
Alfino. The wheels of
change
change.
are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean?
Oh,
dear
they're
sister?
having a drink at the quicksand.
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity?
Yes.
Dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
Who is that?
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
And now I get to make a decision. Pledge your allegiance to a grand company. Allegiance can be changed at a later date. Chat, what do you guys think? Chat, what do y'all think? Should I go with the Order of the Twin Adder? The Immortal Flames? Okay, Order of the Twin Adder I already have on my main. The Immortal Flames? Or shall I do the Maelstrom? What? I'll work with the Maelstrom. How was the Admiral's speech? But you need not explain. You stand before me now as answer enough. You resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? That's the spirit, lad. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now the choice is made. It's time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Limsa and seek out our Grand Company's headquarters. Maelstrom Command is located on the upper decks. I will send word to our personnel officer to expect you. The duties of a Maelstrom soldier can be both arduous and challenging. But I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure. It's about time I starting to get close to when I end the stream normally. Close to the 3-hour mark already. To Lenosha. To the upper decks. Which is really decorated compared to almost the entire upper deck. The upper decks is very well decorated for the event. There we have a Benui. Hail, adventurer! What business have you at Maelstrom Command? My name is Shion Kasanui. I believe you were expecting me. Shion Kasanui, hi, our recruitment officer sent word of your coming. It should be my honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir! What is it, Private? And this had better be important. Sir, we have received a report of a lookout in Lower Lenosha. Imperial forces have fired upon a Highwind Skyways airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir. And it appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Damn it. We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down on the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Kasanui, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service at the Maelstrom must needs be unofficial. If our man in Lower Lenosha is correct, the airship will come down in a territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Guardians do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. Mm-hmm. Mapping the realm, Lower Lenosha. And Aurelia. Ah, we have a... Most of our active members currently are... Our online members are currently in... Are flames. An airship crewman. Oh look, it's pigs. Garland Ironworks we're dealing with, not exactly High Wind Skyways. Lucky. An adventurer, what are you doing out here? Oh, wait, let's find some cover first. Maelstrom Command send you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Simply put, I was called upon just in case. Be at ease, sir. We are of the Maelstrom. You're a Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Kasanui. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials. Ah, the Garland Ironworks aircraft crashes. The High Wind Skyways aircraft crashes at a different location depending on what Grand Company you pick. You pick Maelstrom, it crashes in Lower Lenosha. Never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to this man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineers. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Scouting party from Castrum Occident, I say. Seems they want your ship, engineer. Wedge, I have to help him. The fool of a Lalafell is hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? The first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first things must have gone on, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally made ready for her first test flight. She was soaring, she really was. Till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're gonna hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut. But they're not getting that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. What say you, Casanui? Ready to get us curs a hiding? Like a tidal wave, lads! Charge! An ambush! 2 arms! Got the bastards! This has gone on long enough. Down with you. Duty complete. I've gotten rid of those Imperials. Biggs! Biggs! Wedge! You should have stayed with the ship! That was a close one! Too damn close. So how's your look anyway? The auxiliary propeller's a dead loss, but I think we can ring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications, we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, and I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Casanui, you're free to return to Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Command of the part you played today. I just wanted to say sorry, you know? For calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I mean, you're dead friend, we both are. Wedge? Wedge? Thank you, we're very grateful. Well, back to Limsa. It's pissing it down in the South Shroud, so... In fact, here too. Avernet to the aft castle. Welcome back, Casanui. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. Look forward to seeing what else you're capable of, after you're properly inducted into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction... Till sea swallows all. Let us start afresh, shall we? It's time for the official induction. You're welcome here, Shun Casanui. That such a well-respected adventurer should choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is you'll be joining. Our Grand Company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It's an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against the nation's deadliest enemies. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Guardian Empire, solving the many problems caused by the Calamity. Every man and woman who serves under our colors has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa Lominsa afloat, and on whatever heading Chief Admiral Moab Loveswin sees fit to set. As part of this grand vessel's crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favourable, lad, and the strength of arm may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you at the top of ship and all, let me put it another way. A Maelstrom soldier labours till his last breath, fights until his last drop of blood. We give our all in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. Casanui, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering Maelstrom's ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say? Silent. No love for grandiose proclamations, eh? Such sudden resolve is not uncommon among the brothers and sisters at the sea. Shun Casanui, I hereby assign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private. May you serve Limsa Lominsa well, till sea swallows all. I think that unlocks the... Does it unlock the salute? Let me check. Oh, phone? Hello? Mush mush. Can you hear me, Sheen? This is Midfilia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Casanui. Do not call me that. I have no doubt that you are eager to make acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, you are now a man of the storm, and no less a scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. No rest for the wicked, eh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Riki. Might be worth your while. Quest accepted. You may now accept the quest My Little Chocobo, Maelstrom, by speaking with Rashad Riki. This quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn. Delivery missions unlocked. Well, if it isn't Private Casanui, I must say, the tales of your deeds have been an inspiration to the troops. Let me just... Wait, a pup no longer would... That sounds like going into the PvP area. Quartermaster? Materials, material. Oh, I need to first grab the... Ah, that unlocks the seals needed for the chocobo issuance. Hells yeah. But it's time to pray and to return to the Waking Sands at our earliest convenience. Wait. Is there something with my voice? Ah. Ah, no wonder it looked weird on the meter. It's because all of my stuff was turned off again. Seriously, that's an issue that I've been dealing with for months now. I'm hoping that it can finally be patched with... There we have Ida and Papalymo. Let me see if I have this right. You're an adventurer. Who's a scion and a storm? Golly, how do you keep track of everything? Following the calamity, each nation's armed forces underwent large-scale restructuring centered upon its grand company. In Britannia, the Order of the Twin Adder absorbed both the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver, while the Lominsons enacted a complete merger of the Maelstrom and the Knights of Barracuda. Uldar is the odd nation out who have made no notable changes to its armed forces. As before, in the spirit of the Sultanate, each entity retains a certain degree of independence. It must be fun pairing up with lots of different people, though. Me, I'm always with Papalymo. Think it, why am I always with Papalymo? Welcome back, Shien. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Cutscene. Seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Biggs! Wedge! Thanks again for pulling us and getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Come... Gods, man! Spit it out, will ya? Wedge, at your service! Pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Weren't we supposed to be secret? Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. I wish this was a dubbed... Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. And I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you and all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. With that, I think it's time to do one last thing before we wrap. And I'll be keeping away on... I'll be holding off that quest here, and then we jump back to Limsa. To get the issuing ticket for the... Because the chocobo is very useful. Because it comes with a saddlebag. Ricky. No, wait, first, Quartermaster. I'll take the chocobo issuance, please. Oh, you want a bird issued, you say? Then I'll need to see your Storm Chocobo issuance. There it is. A ping. Here you go. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. Chocobo time. Here he is. Fellow's been in high spirits past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. Eh. Hayati. I dare say he likes his name. Here's your very own Chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive me if he doesn't respond when summoned in Crown City areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo Rider's License, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Golden wings of storm. Come on, little buddy. Come on, mighty. Come on, then. And it took long enough that it ended up in the ads. Now, I am gonna go ahead and enter the Waking Sands again and call it for today. Enter the solar. Yeah, here we are. The end of today's stream. Now, to figure out how... Now, it's time for me to figure out how to raid. Who to raid it, more like, but... I already know well... I already know how. I know how. I just don't know who. Same category, please. And among my following list. Tempted to send you all over to Housing Talk. Could be spotlight time. So. See you all. I'll see you all over there in 26 seconds. At least on the Twitch side, the YouTube side is gonna just end. I cannot raid out to a channel that I cannot really do redirects. So goodbye, good night to YouTube. I'll see you all tomorrow at 4 o'clock for the other playthrough.